Hello, hail, and welcome. Hope you're all doing well on this fine Saturday. As I am delving back into Hordes of the Underdark. Now, full disclosure, after last stream, I did go back and redo the final fight. And the reason I did that was so I could take all the treasure I had Dalen carrying for me and sell it. That's the only thing I did differently before speaking to Alastair. So I didn't change anything other than that, and that resulted in me having about 80,000 more gold. So I think that was worth it, but nothing else happened off stream. And then I went through the conversation with the seer, same as I did on stream. So now let's talk to this Valen guy.
The seer believes you are the prophetical savior, our only hope of defeating the Val'sharess. I, however, do not believe in prophecies. Still, you are obviously capable in your own right, and we need all the help we can get if we're to win this war. So I'm willing to take a chance.
We're all on the same side here. Yes, we are, which is why I'm willing to help you despite the fact that I know nothing about you. Hopefully you'll prove that the seer's faith in you is justified. You said you could help me against the Val'sharess? Recently, I've heard tales of some strange islands nearby. Based on the legends, there may be something on these islands that could help us against the Val'sharess. Tell me about the islands. They say there is an island inhabited by powerful golems. These would be particularly useful against the Val'sharess and her army. I've also heard of a strange settlement that appeared overnight on a previously deserted isle. That sounds like the work of a powerful artifact, one we might be able to make use of ourselves. Of course, what I've heard are really just rumors from those who've traveled the river. I guess Cavalus the boatman probably knows more. Alright, well, tell me more about this Cavalus. Cavalus is odd. He willingly transports followers of the seer up and down the river free of charge, but otherwise seems unwilling to take an active role in our conflict with the Val'sharess. He willingly gives out information and shares rumors he has heard during his travels, yet he asks nothing in return. Plus, he shows no fear of anyone or anything. Maybe he's some type of ghost or spirit. Valen shrugs. I honestly don't know what he is, or even why he's here. The boatman keeps himself hidden beneath his cloak, his face and features completely covered. A little unnerving. But I trust Cavalus far more than some of the drow here. I don't get any real sense of threat or danger from him. Assuming Cavalus even is a him, you can't tell because of the cloak. Alright, well, where can I find this boatman? He'll be in the ports to the east, unless he's ferrying someone along the river.
I got into hentai, actually relatively recently. It's kind of like a new thing that I'm just into.
Holy shit! Grim, good morning! How are you doing? Welcome! Morning bear indeed. I was going to stream later. Usually I would stream like 6 or 7 hours from now. But I have been invited to a Halloween movie night with a couple of friends, so I'll be doing that tonight instead. But I didn't want to skip out on streaming today, which is why I'm going live a little earlier. How are you doing? How's your weekend? If you ask, he can probably tell you more about the golems and that strange town that just appeared out of nowhere. Sounds like fun? Makes sense? Yeah, we used to do it every year as a tradition. This guy would host a Halloween movie night, but then he had kids, and then that kind of got in the way. So we haven't really done it for, damn, like 5 years we haven't done it? And I've only seen him a few times in that period. I've seen him maybe a handful of times. So I'm really looking forward to it. Actually, wicked tired. It's 3:30 a.m. for you. Wait, 3:30 It's 12:30 here, so that puts you what? West Coast time, Pacific time? What are you, some kind of California hipster? See if this guy will join my party. Tiefling considers your request for a long time before making his reply. I don't believe in the seer's dreams, Lyra, though I do believe you want to stop the Val'Sharez. Valen nods. Yes, I think it would be to everyone's advantage if we were to join forces. Let's see what he is. Fighter Weapon Master. Interesting. Decent saves. That is a lot of attacks. Gotta head to sleep. Shocked to see me live. Wanted to say hi. Leave a lurk. Hope you guys have a great time. Alright, Grim. Thank you for stopping by and thank you for the lurk. I really appreciate it. Sleep well, man. Hello from the future. Hello, Fan of Light. Welcome. Hello, Zehel. Welcome.
Greetings. So now you know everything. The Val'Sharez, who we are, why we're here, all of it. What we're doing here is very important.
I agree. A drow queen teamed up with a powerful devil? Deadly combination. He seems about to speak and then regard you with a slightly suspicious expression. Now, I'm not sure if you're being serious or not. The Val'Sharez is no joke. I'm absolutely serious. They must be stopped without question. Aetherius studies you closely, and after a moment nods slowly. And perhaps the seer was correct after all. I suppose we shall see. Moving after working on another project.
Is there something
Seems like
else
you're
you need
constantly
from me?
working on some kind of project, Fan of Light. Something you need. Will you join me? Oh, she can tell me about the Illithids, the Beholders. Okay, so she can tell me about the allies of the Val'Sharez. Let's see if I can join her. Oh, can I have both of them in my party? Oh, right. This expansion lets you have more than one. And she is a wizard rogue assassin. What an interesting combination. Okay, what kind of equipment do these cats have? Devil's Bane. Well, that is a... Wait. A flail. But it's a flail with 19 to 20 threat range? +3, +5 versus outsiders. And it's keen. That would explain it. And it has massive criticals. Not bad at all. Valen's breastplate. It's a +5 breastplate. Cast haste once per day. Doesn't weigh as much. Ring of protection +4. Scarab of protection +5. Ooh, nice. And boots of striding +4. Pretty good kit. And Nathira has Deathslayer, light crossbow, short sword of quickness. Course you took expects you to complete 5 projects, taking longer than required, hoping to pick up speed from now on. Well, I hope it goes well. I hope you get a really good result out of it. What sort of quickness? A +1 short sword with d6 extra electrical damage. But also haste. Or she can use Deathslayer, which is a rapier. A +5 rapier that gives a +3 to dexterity, but it gives a +8 versus undead. And it has positive energy. Oh god. That is so much better. Also has a light crossbow +5, dagger +3. Shadow Legion armor, +4 leather armor with a +5 bonus to hide. That's okay. Some bolts, ring of fortitude, amulet of natural armor, greater boots of tumbling. And her cloak. +5 deflection modifier to AC. +6/10 damage reduction? Holy shit. +2 to con, +10 to hide and move silently. And it'll let you cast heal once per day. Just have a look here. So, +16, +11. For 2d6 +2 damage. Or +21 +16, so 5 more to hit unless it's against undead. That is so much better. That is like leaps and bounds better. It is so much better, in fact, that I am confiscating this short sword of quickness just so she won't equip it. I don't think I'm gonna use it though. Because I have haste from my helmet that I can cast. I think this is just gonna get sold. Like, I could use it, but I don't think it's worth it. I think I would rather just have the reliable 2 higher. I mean, it does have D6 electrical damage. No. No, we're keeping it as is. Alright, so that is my party. Let's talk a little bit more to Nathira about what we're going up against. Let's talk.
I suppose we can spare a few moments away from our quest to speak. What do you want to talk about?
Training. Currently trying to find a balance between my magical abilities and my skills as an assassin. Whenever I get behind in one area, I try to become more experienced until the two are balanced. Oh, that's fine. So because she's in my party, it seems I can't ask her about the enemies anymore. But that's okay, I know what beholders and mind flayers and stuff, what all that is. Don't help me if I fail to open a locked door or chest. I don't want to change anything else. That goes for
yours
you
to command.
as well. I got this covered. What are your skills like? What are your feats like? Combat casting, death attack, on top of sneak attack, greater spell penetration. Ooh, you do have 2 up in fighting. And ambidexterity. You know what? I'm gonna give you back your short sword. Because you are going to dual wield. There we go. As for you, Valen, you're just going to truck on with... Okay, you have an AC of 26. What's your AC like? 35? Holy shit. Well, I'm very happy with that. This 26 is a little lower than I'd like, but... Guess we can find solutions for that. Actually, well, if I take your Amulet of Natural Armor, you will still have an AC of 31. That'll give you an AC of 30. Then I take the Scarab of Protection plus 5. And you get the Scarab of Protection plus 4. Alright, beautiful. Let's save. Let's head out into the world. Did I make it to Taffy's cloud control stream? No, unfortunately I was sleeping, so I completely missed it. Yes. The Underdark is a strange place for a surfacer. Many find it unnerving even when they are prepared for it. Given the suddenness of your arrival, I wanted to know how you were feeling. Oh, it doesn't seem that bad to me. Don't underestimate the dangers of the Underdark. Creatures that fight for survival here are unlike anything you may have seen on Toral's surface. But I want you to know that you are not alone in this, Lyra. I will do everything in my power to help you stop the Valkyries. Thank you. It's good to know I have your support. Drow tips her head in a gracious acknowledgement of your words. I'm glad we had this talk, but we should be moving on now. The real adventure still lies ahead. Oh my god. So this is the settlement. Let's see what all we have here. Public house. Training grounds. The docks where maybe the boatman is. Public house. Merchants. House Mavier. Training grounds. The Ale Gardens. Armory and Forge. I don't know where to go first, so I'm just going to go down to this public house, because that's what's right in front of me. Okay, so we're looking for characters with names, because these guys will just have a single line. Oh, someone who's unhappy that they're going up against the Valkyries. Zesir Mavier. With a couple of guards. Is that the only person of note down here? Seems like...
Why, hello there. Pleased to meet you.
I greet you.
Alright, seems like there's only really one noteworthy character here worth talking to, so let's introduce ourselves.
Get on with it.
This female drow appears younger than many of the others in the camp, although it is obvious from her bearing that she is a person of importance. So you are the Rivil the seer has put her faith in. Lyra Menthan, isn't it? My name is Zesir, only daughter and sole surviving heir to Matron Myrune of House Mavier. I was hoping you would come see me, Lyra Menthan. I have an offer for you, but it would draw too much attention if I had sought you out. But since you've stumbled over to me... Offer? What kind of offer? Hold on. Woke up so damn early today because I went into food coma after dinner yesterday. Ended up going to bed at 7 or 8 p.m. I have definitely done that as well, so hell, did you have anything special for dinner, or was it just the usual? House Mavier, my house, has fallen on hard times. Matron Myrune, my mother, has brought us to the very brink of destruction. Many believe it's time for a change. Many believe I should rule. Of course, my mother is no fool. She understands the danger I represent, which is why she exiled me from the tower where she now dwells. She thinks she's safe inside the high walls. Obviously she isn't as safe as she thinks, says Nathira. I know this is how we were brought up, but there is another path you can take, one that isn't fraught with betrayal and death. Illustrae can... Don't throw your god in my face. We can't all run away to the surface. Some of us have to survive down here in the Underdark, and that means plotting to assure my own future. My mother thinks I am no longer a threat, but I have more support than she knows. All I need to complete my coup is an assassin powerful enough to kill her and her bodyguard. You're pretty open about this. Aren't you afraid of being found out? Matron Myroon already suspects I am plotting against her, but rumors and hearsay aren't enough to make her act. She can't kill off her last surviving heir without indisputable proof. If you were to tell her what I told you, it would just be another unsubstantiated rumor. She's not going to move against me based on anything you tell her. So you want me to kill your own mother? The tiefling shakes his head in disgust. These are the kind of allies we are counting on to stand with us against the Valsharez. She laughs. Surely you aren't surprised. This is the way of the Drow. The matron mothers raise their daughters knowing full well we are scheming to replace them as soon as we come of age. Just vibing 420, welcome. Feels dank, man. English name, but cotoletta? That would be pork chops. And potato slices. Got a new air fryer, wanted to try out. So much of success that you're getting fries in the groceries today. Nice! Congrats on the new air fryer. Well, I am not interested. She sighs. This is an excellent opportunity, Lyra Menthan. You'd be a fool to throw it away. Come speak to me again if you change your mind. Honestly, I don't really have any qualms about killing Drow, but we are at war. I don't want to destabilize my side of this war by killing off the leader of one of my side's major factions. That just seems dumb. Besides, I'm not evil. I am, I think, neutral? True neutral. Alright, let's see what's over here at the training grounds. Commander Imloth.
Commander Imloth, at your service. Is there anything you need? I'm pretty busy training my troops, but if I can spare a few moments if it'll help you against the Valsharez and her followers.
Can you tell me about the army of the Valsharez? The Valsharez commands a massive army, and it's not just the Drow who follow her. She's recruited all sorts of Underdark creatures to her cause. Beholders, Illithid, even the undead. I'm looking for allies against the Valsharez. I'm afraid I can't help you there. Our defenses are thin enough as it is. I can't spare a single recruit, not like any of us common soldiers would be of much use to you anyway. My soldiers are effective in large numbers, but little more than fodder one-on-one. I just hope they can stand up to those monsters the Valsharez is going to throw at us. Okay, let's ask about the Beholders. The information we have is that a hive of Beholders somewhere to the west of here has aligned itself with the Valsharez. That's bad news. Even one Beholder is more trouble than I like. Of course, all our problems could be solved if someone could kill off the Beholder tyrant that rules the hive. Without her, the entire colony would collapse and the Valsharez would lose her Beholder allies. Any advice for fighting a Beholder? Try to find some kind of magic resistance to protect against those beams they shoot from their eyes. Their rays can cause pain, death, paralysis, disintegration. Well, you get the idea. If possible, try to get in close. The Beholders use their eye beams and spells in battle, but in close-up physical combat they aren't nearly as effective. I wish these guys would stop screaming in my ear while we're doing this. Tell me about the Illithid. You probably know them better as mind flayers. You know, those creatures with the tentacles. The Valsharez must have convinced the Elder Brains to side with her. Can't we just kill them before they join her? If it was simply a matter of killing off an Elder Brain, we could just attack Zovak Nur to the west. But that wouldn't stop other Illithid from joining the Valsharez. If we could negotiate with the Elder Brains, we might be able to convince them all to abandon the Val'Sharez. But to do that, someone has to go into Zorbak Moor. I could go negotiate. Go into an Illithid settlement? You're braver than I am, Lyra. Better give you some tips just in case things don't go smoothly. You have to find some way to shield your mind against them. The Mind Flayers are physically weak, but they can destroy your mind with their very thoughts. Of course, their powers aren't much use against creatures with no mind of their own, like undead or golems. Illithid are terrified of those kinds of creatures. Alright, and finally, what about the undead? We have reports of undead moving from the caverns in the west to join the Val'Sharez and her forces. We suspect some type of cult is behind it, though we don't have any details. A few times we got reports of undead on the move and we tried a quick sneak attack hoping to thin their numbers, but we didn't stand a chance, especially against the vampires. Well, vampires aren't easy to kill. The undead are immune to most normal attacks, and even magic has a limited effect. And even if we manage to take down one of the vampire leaders, we know they'll be back. A dead vampire just turns into a cloud of mist and flies away. The only way to kill them for good is to catch one in its coffin and drive a stake through its black heart. The problem is, we don't know where those coffins are, and even if it did, I doubt we'd be able to get them. That's more the kind of job for heroes like you. Right, I'll be going now. I am sick of listening to those guys shouting. Yeah, sucks. Shut up, guys. The corral. Maybe I should visit the corral while I'm down here. Drow Roth herders. Oh, these are just Underdark cattle.
Well met.
Please do not upset the herd. The meat becomes sour if the Roth are frightened. Alright. Always wondered why the soldiers are only wearing rags. Are they? I don't know this game well enough to recognize the different types of armor.
That's it for you.
You're right, that does just look like rags. So I can offer an explanation. I don't know if it's correct, but it is a guess. So my guess is that because they are just training, it makes sense to train with their armor, but if they need to do a lot of technique repetition, I can see why it could also make sense for them to train out of their armor, just to have it be less fatiguing, as long as they also do some training in their armor. And that's me grasping at straws, just trying to find some kind of explanation to make it make sense. That's the best I got. Another public house. Anyone here worth talking to? Draw female. Matron Mother Brizife. That's a different house. Interesting. Anyone else here worth talking to? Draw female, draw female, draw female. Maybe over here, this corner. Draw male.
Well met.
Well met. Plus maybe has vowed to help us, but I don't know if I trust them. House, what is a Diani? Alright, let's talk to the matron mother of House Diani.
Yes? What do you want?
Though her clothes are somewhat worn, this drow female is obviously no mere noble. Despite her shabby state and meager surroundings, she still exudes an air of arrogant confidence. So, you are the rival that the seer believes will save us all. Well, at least you're not a male. Still, I'm not impressed. Who are you? Drow suddenly laughs. I find you amusing for a surfacer. I am Brizife, matron mother of House Diani. At least what's left of it. She points at the two nearby guards. Can't comment much further without mild spoiler warnings. Yo, please don't spoil anything. I played this a long, long time ago. I don't remember anything. This might as well be a blind playthrough. So I'm happy to just remain unspoiled and take things as they come. As you can see, House Diani has fallen on hard times indeed. I don't even have a daughter plotting to overthrow me, and nothing for her to claim if she did. What happened to House Diani? We made the mistake of challenging the Val'Sharez, but unlike House Mavir, we had no ancestral home outside the cities we could retreat to. Our armies were slaughtered, my daughters hunted down and slain one by one by the Red Sisters, assassins who served the Val'Sharez. Only I escaped. Alone, except for my last 2 bodyguards, I came like a beggar to the door of House Mavir. Once our bitter rival, now our ally against the Val'Sharez. Fate far more humiliating than death. House Mavir gave me shelter. They brought me here with them when they fled the city. Now I sit and wait for their own final fall, so that I may enjoy it even as they enjoyed mine. I'd like to ask you something else. Once my guards would have taken your tongue for daring to ask the matron mother of House Diani question without permission, but now, go ahead. Ask and I will answer. What can you tell me about... What do you know about the Val'Sharez? She is what every matron mother wishes to become. Powerful, ruthless, driving her enemies before her in a war of conquest and destruction. Though I despise her, I also admire her. I saw the full extent of her power when she leveled House Diani, and she has grown stronger since. You cannot defeat her. Nobody can. House Mavir and the Seer are both doomed. What can you tell me about this? What can you tell me about this camp? This camp is doomed. The Seer foolishly places her hopes in you, and House Mavir is desperate enough to join them. An alliance of enemies united against a foe that will eradicate them all. But I have seen the full scope of the Val'Sharez's power. Everyone here will be destroyed. That's why I'm here, to watch others fall as House Diani fell, to revel in their destruction. Well, she's clearly a broken woman after her own downfall. Tell me about House Mavir. They are a doomed and desperate house. They have allowed these refugees, followers of Elistrae, no less, to make camp on their ancestral home. The matron mother still clings to the pathetic belief that she may somehow survive what lies ahead. She has even banished her own daughter for fear of the girl trying to take over. Her daughter? Yes, her daughter, Cecilia. Matron Myroon's sole surviving heir. She is in the Mavir public house, living in exile while her mother keeps herself locked away in the tower to the north. You see, Cecilia is ambitious, and given the failing fortunes of the house, the seeds of a coup are easily sown. Myroon is afraid of her daughter, but she is also afraid to have her killed. So she keeps her alive, but at a safe distance. It increases House Mavir's chances of survival. If either mother or daughter is slain, the other might somehow escape, though I wouldn't count on it. Ask you something else. What can you tell me about the Seer? She gives a snort of contempt. She is a follower of Elistrae, that's all you need to know. She is an affront to everything the matron mothers stand for. Stretch, hello freedoms, welcome. Happy Saturday indeed, how's your weekend going? Let me just get up and do some stretching. Sitting here, reading dialogue. Ah, that was nice. Thanks for that. 6 a.m. I woke up because my internal clock is too strong. Gonna have a good, relaxing, and productive weekend. Nice! It's 1 p.m. here. How was my Saturday? A little weird. My sleep schedule is completely fucked. So I slept all Friday, I got up at 1 a.m. I've been awake since 1 a.m. Mostly just watching YouTube and relaxing. I really wanted to stream today. I was originally going to stream tonight, but I was invited to a Halloween movie night with a couple of friends. So I'll be attending that tonight, and then instead I'm doing a noon stream. What is the sleeping schedule? I hear it's something normal people have, Zahel. It's a normie thing. That would be fun. It would. It used to be a tradition of ours. We used to do it every year around Halloween. But then he had kids and that kind of fell by the wayside. So I'm hoping this is the tradition starting back up. We haven't done it in like 4 or 5 years. And I really liked it when we used to do it. That is why I find these last days of House Mevir so delicious. Forced to side with followers of Elistrae in a desperate and futile act of self-preservation. But House Mevir cannot escape its fate. Like House Diani, it will fall before the Valsharez, and nothing, not the Seer, not even you, can stop the destruction. Alright, I'll be going now. Go, stay, what do I care? Everyone in this camp is doomed anyway. I'm just here to enjoy the suffering. Oh, loot bag. Crates. Hold on. Oh yeah, I'll have all that. Oh yeah, I'll have this. Oh. Didn't know there'd be loot. Is that it? I mean, I'm happy to take it. But I'd also be happy to take more if there's any more. No, looks like that was it. Alright. We'll hold off on going to the docks. Let's go visit the merchants and the other training ground. What kind of merchants do we have? High Wizard Gulris. That's the Mavia Tower. Is that the only merchant? No, here we go. Drow merchant. Let's speak to the High Wizard. This drow is obviously a mage of great power. He stares at you intently, as if trying to read your very thoughts. After several uncomfortable seconds, he finally speaks. You are the one the Seer foretold, are you not? Normally, I don't put much faith in her visions, but you seem capable, for a surfacer. I am Gulris, High Wizard of House Mevir. I have a large inventory of magical supplies you might find useful in your efforts to defeat the Valsharez. Given the circumstances, my prices are quite reasonable. Alright, let me see your inventory. I will sell you this crap I just picked up. Let's see what you've got here. Pieces of armor. Belt of Guiding Light. I mean, that does have... No, just has immunity death magic. As I got out of bed at 4 AM, want to drink a second monster. Got none left, at least 4 hours until groceries arrive. Maybe you should take a nap instead. That sucks, Zahel. I believe we already talked about this, but you couldn't just go grab a monster somewhere. It would be too far for you to walk, right? I could upgrade my Cloak of Fortification. Well, no, I couldn't, because I can't afford better Cloak of Fortification. We have in the manner of weapons, mostly wizard weapons. That is a really cool looking bow. Forever. 15-20 minutes walk, but it's raining and I'm lazy. Yeah, that's too long to walk just to grab a monster, I think. That's the kind of thing, if you already wanted to go for a walk, that would be fine and you could grab a monster anyway, but that's a long walk just for the sake of walking. +6 bow, arcane archer only. Delicious, but not for me. I don't think I need any more potions right now. Does have potions of heal, but they're 1800 a pop, and I already have a couple. What do we have here? Scarab of Protection +6. I can't afford it. Natural armor +6, which I could afford, but that would be all my money. +3s, +6s, +10s. Yeah, no. Time, of course, just one way. All in all, including time inside the store, 35 to 40 minutes just to get a monster. Yeah. That seems a lot just to get a monster.
I greet you.
Oh, this merchant won't trade with me. I'm sure someone up here will. Rizzlevere. That's quite the name. Hello, Rizzlevere.
Well met.
This drow smith looks up from his forge, his face streaked with sweat and soot. You're that surfacer the seer's been waiting for, aren't you? I wondered how long until you wandered over my way. My name's Rizzlevere, master craftsman and weaponsmith extraordinaire. And you're Lara Menthan, right? Pleased to meet you. I'm also when you get monsters delivered later in the afternoon. Yeah, I agree. Is there anything you need? I'm here to help. Feel free to look over my inventory, or if you want, I can upgrade your weapon for you. Other things do you sell here? See your inventory. Merchant's reaction is favorable. Good to hear. Raider archers. What am I wearing? Build of agility +4. That's so good though. Gauntlets of ogre power +2. Gloves of the balanced hand. Gives ambidexterity and 2-weapon fighting. Oh, that's really nice. Braces of dexterity +3. I have braces of dexterity +4. What's my armor? That's a red dragon armor. That's like a +5 plate mail, right? Yeah, +5 plate mail with fire resist. He is not going to be able to top that. No, not even close. Weapons! I am especially interested, good sir, in what you have in the way of short swords. +1, +2, Breath of the Maiden. It's a +1 Breath of the Maiden. I have a +3 Breath of the Maiden. +3 short sword. Alright, so you don't have any outright upgrades. But you might be able to upgrade my weapon instead of having a weapon that's an upgrade. Nash's Ring of Strength. A ring that gives +3 to strength? Nice. Actually, how expensive is that? That's only 22,000. I am thinking that maybe I should get him that. Because that's going to be another 2 points to hit and another 2 points of damage.
Well met.
I can upgrade weapons. How does this work? In my weapon, use magic for force to improve it. I can add enhancements. You with powers of fire, ice, or lightning. Whatever you need, I can do. Okay, what can you do for my Breath of the Maiden? Add enhancement bonus and ooh, 2d6 of an elemental damage. Make the weapon permanently haste me. Make the weapon keen. Make the weapon grant me true seeing. Make the weapon give me resistances against magic. 20 spell resist. Holy shit. Holy shit. Fuck. Those are some really good options. Small PoE updates, just so it said. Turns out Bloodline Ascendancies you thought was league content is going to be core content. Ooh, even better. Nice. Oh, this is really fucking hard. I can't get perma haste. I can't afford that. I think I'm just going to get a point of enhancement bonus. Behold, a master at work. Oh, and it even has a little cutscene. It's kind of a goofy cutscene. But whatever. I got my weapon improved. So it is now a +4 Breath of the Maiden. Nice. And that leaves me with, I think, 30,000 gold still. 39,000. Right, I didn't mean to take a break so quickly, but I need to use the bathroom. So don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Alright, we're back. Feel like he was supposed to walk over with a weapon, but he stayed at the forge. I agree. I agree. I think that that cutscene glitched a little bit. I don't think it was meant to be a telekinetic smithing. So let's visit the training ground in the Gardens. I'm assuming I won't be let in to the House Mavia Tower. We're gonna try, but I think we'll be turned away. Maybe Sergeant. Nobody here with a name. Nobody worth talking to. What about at the Ale Gardens?
Be careful what you say here. There is a tension in Lithmyathar between the followers of the Seer and the Drow of House Mavir.
Svifneplin's servant. It appears these drow are having some kind of drinking contest with this Svifneplin's servant. The Svif looks like he isn't enjoying it. Please, no more, no more. Come on, Svif, drink up. I want that record. Woo, look at him go. Svifneplin looks at you with tormented eyes. Please, no more. I can't take any more, please. That's not my problem. Shifted your alignment 5 points towards evil. Oh, he's dead. And now Nathira is nagging me for it. Well, they're both nagging me for it. I'm just trying... They just warned me to be careful how I act because there are tensions. And then when I don't intervene in something that is not my business, they get in my business about me being shitty. Fuck them.
My greetings.
Bartender scowls at you. You're with that seer and those followers of Illustre, aren't you? We don't see too many of your kind here at this part of the camp. We'll tolerate your presence here, since we all want to see the Valsharez stopped, but that doesn't mean we have to like you or your seer. Now go away, I'm busy. Alright.
What are you, Lord?
Not standing attention at your approach, he barely acknowledges you as he says, Matron Myroon is not accepting visitors. What is this building? This tower is the stronghold of House Mavir. Since the rebel refugees arrived, Matron Myroon has secluded herself inside. No one is allowed to see her. Matron Myroon. She is the ruler of House Mavir. The seer and her rebel followers are here at the pleasure of Matron Myroon. The matron is not seeing visitors at this time. Alright. God doesn't reply. That was about what I expected. Okay, so I have 2 places left I can go. I can go to the gates, or I can go to the docks. And I am going to the docks to see if this boatman is there to maybe shed some more light on the situation. Ah, there he is,
There is
Cavalis.
something I wish to tell you.
Oh, she wants to talk to me. Yes, Nathira? Be careful near the docks. The Dark River is one of the keys to Lithmyathar's military strength. No army can safely cross its waters, but any who fall in are instantly swept away to their death. You think this river will stop the army of the Valsharez? It will stop them from attacking this side of the city at least. There are no bridges across the Dark River. Any that get built are quickly washed away by rising waters. The currents make it impossible to swim and nearly impossible to cross by ship. Only the most skilled boatmen can go from one bank to the other without being dragged down to a watery grave. So how are we supposed to cross it? If you wish to cross, simply look for Cavalis. The boatman knows the river like no other. He, maybe she, with Cavalis one is never sure, will take us where we need to go. Cool. And Cavalis is right here. Hello.
Welcome.
Ooh, that was a quite androgynous voice as well. That could, to my ears, have been a male or a female voice. I couldn't tell. The figure before you is completely covered by a heavy robe. You try to peer into the shadows of their hood, but are unable to pierce the blackness. It speaks to you in a gurgling hiss.
I am Cavalis of the Dark River. I alone can navigate its treacherous currents. All others will be swept away or dragged down beneath its murky depths.
Okay, I'm leaning slightly more female, but it's not decisive.
I've been waiting for you.
Valen said you could help me against the Valsharez.
I hear the Dark River's voice. It whispers secrets like the dying gurgles of a drowning man. I know why you have come.
You seek to destroy the Valsharez. Her death is your release. I can help you with this. I know the secrets of the islands. The Dark River whispers them to me when I glide across the waters. Die, you freak! No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not an idiot. Why are you helping me? The soul of the Valsharez is black and cold. She hungers to conquer. She yearns to rule every inch of every corner of the Underdark. Even the wild currents of the Dark River. Her power is growing, and soon she will enslave the Dark River itself, bending its untamed waters to her whims and will. That cannot happen. That is why I will take you to the islands. Alright, tell me about these islands, please.
The islands of the Dark River are places of secrets, places of power and danger. In these places, you might find something to aid you against the Valsharez and her great army. But though there are many tiny islands, there are two of particular note. The Isle of the Maker, and an island that is now home to a strange town that appeared from nowhere.
Tell me of the Isle of the Maker. The Isle of the Maker is the home of an ancient Duergar sorcerer. The Maker has not been seen for many centuries, yet his creations, the golems, still wander the island. If you could find the Maker, you might convince him to lend his golems to your cause. Or, if the Maker is no more, you might find a way to control his creations. More than this, I cannot tell you, as I have never actually landed on the Isle of the Maker. It is a Duergar island, and I am not welcome there. Alright, tell me about the strange town. For many centuries, that island was deserted. Then suddenly, a small settlement appeared overnight. But this is no ordinary Underdark city. The creatures there are from the surface. They are cousins of the Drow. Elves, you surfacers call them. But they have wings? Such creatures are not normally found down here. They avoid contact with me, though they may speak with you. Winged elves. Those do exist, but they're pretty rare. There is something else on the island as well, something magical. I can feel its power as my boat floats by the shores, though its exact nature is hidden from me. I suspect this magic is the source of the town's strange appearance. If you could harness such power, you could use it against the Valsharez. Alright, where do we go first? Let's see what our options are. Island with a strange town, Isle of the Maker, or I'll be going now. I will be going to the island with the strange town. Oh, we get a little travel cutscene. This looks nice. Again, remember, this is from like 2003 or 4. The base game came out in 2002, and I believe the expansions came fairly quickly after. So I don't think this is any later than 2004. Maybe 2005, but I doubt it, because then we're getting into Neverwinter Nights 2 territory. Alright, let's save. And I guess we're going into the cave. First we save, then we go into the cave. Oh baby, better behave. Oh yeah? There's a temple. I wonder if there are any dangers in these caves. You two gonna follow? You are, good. I am expecting... Ooh, there's a trap. I was not expecting traps. I was expecting stuff like maybe a beholder.
Nothing else for it now.
Yeah, just run right through the trap and activate it. You absolute idiot. Casters. Stop healing each other. Alright, I was completely not prepared. I was especially not prepared for my party to just run off and trigger the trap. We're gonna handle this a little bit differently. Oh, wait. Stand your ground. Stand your ground.
Nothing else for it now.
I'm gonna run off. I'm gonna deal with the trap. And draw some of them off.
Of course.
Time to get what's coming to you.
Take aggro. I'm gonna go for the casters.
Always get.
Headed now.
For the seer!
And their flesh. You cannot win this. Time to.
Okay, their leader teleported away. Is he diseased or just poisoned? Poisoned, okay. It's not that big of a deal then. Collect some loot. Single aventurine, kind of worthless. I'll take both of these. Temple, merchant, cave, prowl camp. Some more Remains. Anything good? No, just a shitty little gem. Rest before going any further. That was our first encounter, and it took us 2 tries. That is maybe a little concerning? I don't know. I mean, our second pass went pretty well. So maybe not.
Are you sure you're going the right way? Have we not been here before?
Hello, winged elves.
Well met.
Never see the sun down here. That's okay. I prefer the dark anyway. Who are you? 2 winged elves approach you. They move as if in a slight daze, and you notice their wings are mottled and ragged, likely the result of too much time spent beneath the cold, dark earth. The male nods in greetings, his wings rustling slightly. Welcome to Shori Fell, stranger. I am Scar, and this is Nairo. Despite his pleasant words, there is no joy in his voice. The female chimes in, her own voice echoing, the sorrow etched on her face. You are welcome here, stranger. I'm sure you'll find our town quite beautiful, despite its troubles. Troubles? Do you mean the drow? Scar laughs, though it is a grim and desperate sound. The drow are not the cause for our troubles. Not directly. In truth, we are quite fond of our dark cousins. This is strange, says Nithira. We drow are rarely welcomed by our cousins from the surface. I would have expected a much more hostile reaction. Nairo shakes her head. Oh no, quite the contrary. We have welcomed the other drow here just as we welcomed you. You are all free to explore our beautiful town. Well, what are winged elves doing in the Underdark? Scar gets a strange expression on his face, as if your words are stirring up thoughts and memories he can't quite grasp. He shakes his head, dispelling the strange stupor. Once we lived high in the mountains, soaring among the clouds and the gleaming spires of our glorious city. But now we live here, underground. Cold, damp, dark. Far better, don't you think? Only a fool wants to fly free and touch the sky. It's obvious from his words that on some level he believes what he is saying, but it is also clear that something is very wrong here. Is there something you're not telling me? Nairo's brow furrows in confusion. What an odd thing to say. Those drow asked us the same question when they first arrived. No, we are here because our queen brought us here. Tell me about those drow you mentioned. I can't tell you much. They said they were looking for something, some type of artifact, I think. Isn't that strange? I can't even remember what they were looking for. How very odd. No matter, I suppose. I suppose in any case I told them they should go speak with Queen Shaori about it. If you want to know what they were after, you should go speak with her as well. Alright, where can I find your queen? Queen Shaori once dwelled in the castle, but she has since abandoned it. Now she lives in a secluded cave to the east of here. You can get there by going past the library. Why did she leave the palace? I don't know. She just wanted to be alone, I guess. It's too bad. If she had stayed, maybe the Driders wouldn't have moved in. Driders? Yes, Driders. Those hideous, horrible monsters that are half drow, half spider. The creatures stalk the streets looking for elves to feed on. They tend to stay near the palace, though they sometimes venture out in search of food. More than a few of my friends have been devoured by them. That's horrible. Why do you stay here? Oh, we can never leave Shori Fell. The very notion is, well, it just cannot be. It's like I told those drow who came through. We have to stay here in our city. Alright, let's see if I can ask you something else. How did you come to be down here? Queen Shaori brought us here, of course. Our city was built among the lost peaks of the high forest, but our queen knew we would be better off down here. Better off? How? Well, just look around. We no longer have to fly through the clouds. We no longer have the bright sun shining down on us. We no longer have to use our wings. I admit, says Nethira, I don't know much about my cousins from the surface, especially the winged elves, but I don't understand why your queen would bring you here of all places. Here we are surrounded on all sides by darkness and stone. We are hidden. We are safe. The Driders infesting the city are a small price to pay for all this. Let me ask you something else. I am looking for allies against the Valsharez. The Valsharez? Ah yes, the drow who came through here recently mentioned her as well, though they wanted us to join the Valsharez. I'll tell you what I told them. Only Queen Shari decides our alliances. You want our help? You'll have to go speak with her. Okay, what can you tell me about your town? The town is small, but functional. Queen Shari only brought the most important buildings down here with us. The temple, the wizard's tower, the library, and of course the castle. It isn't much, but we can't really ask for anything more. Our town is quite beautiful as it is. If it weren't for the Driders, Shari Fell would be an absolute paradise. Wouldn't you rather live up in the mountains? The elf's voice drops to a longing whisper. The mountains, the clouds, the open sky, and with a shake of the head, the moment is lost. Why would we want to live in the mountains? We have everything we need here beneath the earth. It's like I told those drow, our town is fine just the way it is, even with the Driders. Right, I'll get going. Farewell, and please enjoy your stay in Shari Fell. And if you run into those nice drow who were here before, tell them I hope they find whatever it was they were looking for. Well, game isn't exactly being subtle about it. But yeah, something is definitely off here. How do I get to the temple? I don't think I do.
Greetings to you.
Never see the sun down here. That's okay, I prefer the dark anyway, yeah. So just like the game is very blatantly telling me, something is definitely off with these people.
Do you have a moment? There is something I wish to tell you.
Yes, what is it, Nethira? They say this town appeared on the island from out of nowhere. Obviously there is powerful magic at work here. Magic the Valsharez might want to use for herself. Not if we find it first. Precisely what I was thinking. Let's go.
Greetings to you.
Careful if you go up around the palace. The Driders are always hungry. Ooh, winged elf merchant.
Well met.
Do you have anything
Well
for
met.
sale? This man frowns as you approach. What's this? Another customer? He sighs. I hate dealing with customers, but I guess it's the only way I'll get rid of all my inventory. Who are you? I'm Gilton. I'm the shopkeeper for this town. Everyone who wants something comes and talks to me about it. I have the option to attack him. I'm not gonna do that. I think it's hilarious that you can do just these blatantly stupid things. Let me see what you have for sale. What do you think I have? What, you think I have my inventory just sitting nearby to show potential customers? Why would I do that? No, my inventory is scattered all over the place. Better that way. It was a real pain for a while, back when I still had a lot of stock, but I've managed to get rid of just about everything. Now my inventory is almost gone, just the way I like things. In fact, the only thing I have left is a single piece of a broken mirror. It isn't worth much, hardly anything at all to be honest. That's why it's so hard to get rid of. I want to make a deal for your mirror shard. Shakes his head in disgust. Another customer, another sale. Why do I put up with this? I can't wait until all my inventory is gone. Okay, here's the deal. You give me something worth less than a piece of broken glass, and I'll give you the mirror shard. At least I'll tell you where it is. I don't keep my inventory on me. Okay. I'm not trained in, I'm trained in neither bluff nor intimidate, and I don't have a lot of charisma. So, you want something worth less than the shard? Of course, trading down, that's how the game is played. You give me something worth even less than the broken mirror, and I'll tell you where to find the mirror. What's worth less than a piece of broken glass? Therein lies the problem. Hardly anything is worth less than a bit of broken glass. A rusty cup? No, it can hold water or wine. A handful of dirt? No, it can be used to grow a plant. It isn't easy to find something worth less than a piece of broken glass. Maybe something damaged or destroyed, like a burned piece of paper. Alright, I'll see what I can find. Certainly don't have anything on me worth less than a broken piece of glass. That is a really interesting conundrum, actually. I might steal this for one of my own games. I actually really like that idea. We can go to the castle and the temple, but I want to go speak to their leader first and foremost. So let's start out by doing that. Or should we visit the library? Let's visit the library, since it's on our way. Hello, Olitha?
I greet you.
The man in this room snaps smartly to attention as you enter. Hold on, just a second. You can't go in here. This library is a public place. Come back when we're closed. Who are you? My name's Olitha, and I've got a job to do here at this library. I have to keep people out. I have to protect them from the dangers inside. I have to make sure my wife doesn't hurt them. What's so bad about your wife? His face twists into a mask of revulsion. My wife has lost her mind. She is insane, and she's become a monster. A terrible, deadly creature whose very gaze can turn a man into stone. Your wife's a Medusa? Before we came to this place, she was a librarian, and the most beautiful of all the Averial. She loved her looks as she loved me, but something transformed her into a foul Medusa. I know there's some kind of curse on her, on everyone in this strange town, but I can't... He pauses, and his face twists in agony. It hurts to think of such things. All I know is that before we came here, my only goal in life was to protect my beautiful Quathala. Now my sole purpose is to protect others from her and her madness. I know a Medusa deserves only death, but I spoke to her after she changed, and inside she's still the woman I loved, though the change has stripped away her sanity. You spoke to her? How? He answers with a sarcastic laugh. That's the great joke of all this. My wife became a mad Medusa, and her makeup was transformed into a potion that allowed me to safely gaze upon her. There's powerful magic at work here. Magic that likes to twist and taunt her. Ugh. His words are cut off as he doubles over in pain. After a second, he composes himself again. In the room in the southern side of the library, the room I once shared with my wife, there's a potion that allows you to look upon her without fear of being turned to stone. But the effect is temporary, and the potion is almost gone. That's why I stay out of here. That's why I stay out here. That and the fact that Quathala has lost much of her sanity. It isn't safe to deal with her. Tell me about yourself. I'm nothing special. Before we came down here, my wife was my whole world. I worked with her here in the library, helping her by greeting the people who came to the door. All I wanted out of life was to protect my wife, but ever since she changed, all I can do is try to protect others from her. How did all you winged elves end up down here? I don't know. It just happened in an instant, in a flash. We were ripped from the lofty heights of our mountain home and cast down here into the darkness. I could bear it easily enough if that was all that had happened, but the magic that brought us here also transformed my wife from a beautiful woman into a hideous Medusa. What can you tell me about the town? We are cursed, that much I know. He gasps, as if the admission caused him a sharp jolt of pain. Ugh, I'm sorry, I don't know much about the town. Since we came down here, I've spent most of my time standing guard, trying to protect people from my wife. If you use that trader in one of your own games, it will be a special broken glass that the NPC thinks is a normal broken glass? Or will it be a normal broken glass that the NPC knows is broken glass, but presented so the players think there's something special about it? Honestly, depends on what the needs of the story are. What happens if I just go in?
The stench of smoke and ash at this place is enough to make one gag.
What's the potion? Maybe it's in here. Talk to her now? So they almost killed her? Take a burnt book, see if that'll work with the traitor.
Who comes this way?
Medusa turns to face you, seemingly oblivious to the fact that you are now immune to her gaze. Snakes of her hair give a little hiss, though it isn't entirely unfriendly. Hello and welcome to the library. My name is Quathala. I'm in charge here. I'm sorry, but as you can see, the books can't be checked out right now. I have to burn them. How did a Medusa end up a librarian? She recoils from you and covers her face with her hands. Please, I wasn't always like this. I didn't used to be a monster. I used to be the most beautiful of all the Averio. I had a husband who loved me, but that was long ago. It almost seems like a dream. Now my husband has fled and all I have left are my books. That's why I have to burn them. Why are you burning the books? Your question seems to confuse her. What else would I do with them? I'm a librarian after all. Burning books is just part of the job. Although it wasn't always this way. I used to do something else with them, I think. Her face clouds with confusion and becomes very sad. I don't have a choice. I don't want to burn the books, but I have to. Is there anything I could do to help? She shakes her serpentine locks. No, I don't think anyone can help me. I know what I've become. I've seen how my own reflection in this mirror shard. I thought I could turn myself to stone. Interesting, another piece of the mirror. But it didn't work. Maybe because the mirror is broken. I don't know. Now I keep the shard with me to remind me what I become. Seems a bit unhealthy, but I can't help myself. Maybe you should give the mirror shard to me. I'm not just going to give my mirror shard to you. It isn't worth much, but it does have some sentimental value. Maybe we could play a game for it. Let's try persuade here. You don't need a constant reminder of what you've become. You really should give the mirror up. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm dwelling too much on what I've become. It's enough to drive a woman mad. Here, take the mirror shard. Now please excuse me, I have to get back to burning these books. Busy, busy, busy. That's the lot of the librarian. So clearly I need all these mirror shards. Although for what? I don't really know. Oh, that's not where I'm trying to go. At all. I am trying to go here. Now, before I go see their queen, I'm gonna go to the trader and see if a burnt book, because he said, I don't know what's worth less, maybe a burnt piece of paper? And I don't know if that was just a very blatant hint, because now I have a burnt book.
Well met.
Like to make a deal for your mirror shard. I've got a burnt book, will that do? He takes the charred remains of the book from you. He hands a scattering of ash. Your hands, a scattering of ashes crumbles away. Yes, this should do. Completely unsalvageable. Worthless. Exactly what I was looking for. We have a deal. In exchange for your offer, I'll tell you where to find the mirror shard. Now, I don't remember exactly where I hid it, but this compass here can help you find it. Just activate it and it will begin to flash. The closer you are to the shard, the faster it will flash. Use the compass to act as your guide, move around slowly, and once you're close enough to the mirror shard, you'll find it. Now that I've concluded our business, I truly don't have anything of value left to trade. I don't need you around anymore, so you can leave now. Alright? And now we have a magical compass.
Come over here. Look at this.
Aha! Second mirror shard. Hell yeah! Making progress.
I was taught one must conquer to survive. Kill or be killed. That lesson holds true for us now.
Nothing up here. Notice a group of drow just inside the cave ahead. If you act quickly, you may be able to set an ambush for them. Alright, let's try.
You breathe! You breathe your last!
Just move all of this fire. Looks like I can't. Now I can. Need to pop a potion.
Trying to get what's coming to you!
Wait, that fire, is that an effect on Valen? She turned invisible, that's why she disappeared. Valen, are you okay? What the fuck, dude? This is fine. Is this like a tiefling thing? I think that was just like a tiefling buff or something. Alright. That had me really worried because that looked really dangerous. It was a burning spell that would cast on him. Oh, could be two. Could be two.
Be careful of this woman. I suspect she is more than she appears. What do you want?
The winged elf wears the clothes of a monarch, though she hardly carries herself with a royal bearing. She fixes you with a mistrusting eye, then spits to clear her throat and asks, "What do you want?" I'm just here to kill you. I'm not gonna do that. Who are you?
Questions, questions, questions. I had enough of questions when I was queen. Please, Shehori, tell me this, and please, Shehori, tell me that. Why do you think I left the castle? I'm not Queen Shehori anymore. I just want to be left alone. But I can't get any peace and quiet even in this cave. First Sabal and her drow come to bother me, and now you.
Former queen shakes her head in dismay. Fine, go ahead. Ask your questions. I know it's the only way to get rid of you. The drow came to see you? That's what I said, wasn't it? Came in here and ruined my peace and quiet, just like you. Sabal was her name. Athera frowns. Sabal is one of the Red Sisters, the elite group of assassins who served the Val'Sharez. I've run into her before. They wanted my help, so I gave it to them. What do I care if the drow get their hands on that stupid mirror? Mirror? What mirror? The Queen's expression changes to one of deep sadness. The mirror, that damn mirror. She shakes her head and once more resumes the role of a bitter hermit. I suppose it's my fault, not that I really care anymore. I used the mirror to keep watch on our enemies. It allowed me to see things, to know things. It helped me rule my kingdom. But the mirror betrayed us in the end. It brought us down to this sunless world. Now we are trapped here by its power, cursed to forever live this twisted existence. Where's this mirror now? The mirror is broken. The spell that dragged us down into the Underdark shattered the glass and scattered the pieces. I found one of the pieces, but I gave it away. Gave it away to who? That drow, Sabal. And why not? She asked about the mirror, so I told her. I figured a broken piece of glass wasn't doing me any good, so she might as well have it. What do I care? I think she's planning to repair the mirror and give it to her mistress, the Valsharez. She's probably out searching the town right now, looking for the missing shards. Shari gives you a sly smile. The mirror shards alone aren't going to help that drow. She needs the frame too. As far as I know, that's still sitting in the throne room of the castle. Do you know where I can find any of the other pieces? Somewhere in the town, I'd guess, unless Sabal beats you to them. But it won't really matter who gets the pieces if you can get the mirror's frame. If you're smart, you'll check out the throne room in the castle. That's what I'd do in your position. At least that's what I would have done before. Well, before I just stopped caring. Now go on, get out of here. I've told you everything I know, so just leave me alone. She dismisses you with a wave of her hand. Alright. Well, Sabal sadly teleported away, so we didn't get her mirror shard. So I guess we are off to the castle next. Just shave. We run into another drow encounter. Or if it's going to be the Driders next.
Time to get what's coming to you!
Into the flames we leap!
How the hell do I get up there? Okay, you two follow me. Or don't.
Well met. Well met. You cannot win this fight! Well met. Well met.
How do I even get up there?
Let's get this over with!
Into the flames we leap!
At it now!
I'll put you in place.
Did you blind me?
You cannot win this fight!
I happen to be decent at dealing with being blind.
El Ninfos.
I'm gonna lose this.
Maybe you'll dream.
Gonna at least try and put up a fight. So let's pop a potion. she teleported away.
Asunder. You breathe your last. I'll put you in your...
That was a rough encounter. Spawning in archers on inaccessible high ground? That was kind of bullshit. Alright, let's see if we can rest up here. There are still enemies nearby. Let's see if we can back off a little further. Get some rest. Still an archer up there on the high ground being a butt. I don't care, game. I'll back off as far as I have to. No treasure whatsoever this entire encounter. Right, let's do the castle first. Seems to be the direction the game is guiding us. To the throne room. I'm not gonna head directly for the throne room. I'm gonna search this area. Search this building. Oh, we got some Driders.
Okay.
Drider Cleric, Drider Wizard. I'm gonna go straight for that Drider Wizard. Another Drider Wizard. Drider Chief. Another Drider Cleric. Nope, that's what we do. That felt like I triggered like 3 encounters at once. Not dive so hard this time. My teammates take the diagonal. Although that also means not focusing my casters down, so that might be a huge mistake.
Into the...
Oh, Valen's dead. not. There he is. And my assassin is just standing there holding her dick, doing nothing. What a wonderful teammate. I might actually need buffs for this encounter, yeah. Okay, try and have these two.
Very well.
Of course.
I can do something by drawing them in here. No, it's not gonna help because they all have bows. No, we can't, because he just runs off. I don't know what to do differently. I'm gonna eat some of my buff potions for this attempt, but there's no tactical options. There's no different approach. Like, there's no way I can approach this from a different angle or anything because of the way it's set up. It's literally just either you can brute force it or you can't. Take one of the bless potions as well. And based on myself, let's try it now. What classes have I taken? So I have 5 levels of fighter and I think 13 levels of rogue. Yeah, that was promising. If I hadn't gotten hit by that disabler spell, that would have definitely had promise. Chief before he blasts too much magic everywhere. Alright, that's the chief dead. Pop a potion. And deal with this wizard. Then we deal with the clerics, because anything that isn't a spellcaster is borderline irrelevant. Sure, go ahead, just attack the ones that isn't the one I'm clicking on. Thera seems bothered, she's just standing there. Dead. potion. I don't like it, but rolled really poorly on that potion as well. Well, that was a pain in my ass, but at least we got it done. No drops. Oh, Chief dropped something. Sania bow, Santi. +5 short bow. Unlimited ammo with +d6 lightning. And it can cast lightning bolt. That, however, is a really good find. Oh, that's not how I do it. That is significantly better than a longbow +3. Still enemies nearby? Alright, well, if you're gonna throw encounters like that at me, game, I am going to cheap you out. Every single time. I was willing to step outside to rest if I had to. All right. Let's start by going left. Any debris or... Oh yeah. Just what I thought. Some loot. Blah de blah. Decent bit of gold. Decent bit of gold. One of lesser summoning. It's not gonna do much, but hopefully it'll fetch a few hundred gold. Another one. One of summoning. This one not lesser. Summon creature 4. Wait, only usable by bard, sorcerer, or wizard. Okay, so pointless. Well, not pointless. Still worth money, but... Alright, a single gold piece. Well, I'm not going to complain about that. A single gold piece is still a single gold piece. Did you have 45 gold? Very nice. Okay, search this room before opening any of the doors. Strider assassin.
I hope you like pain!
Shenanigans. Wow. It basically teleported, but it died just as it teleported. Unidentified dagger. Dagger +4. Which means the unidentified one is probably at least a +5. Let's see if we can get anything here. Still unidentified. Alright, well, in that case... Risk Taker. -4 to intelligence and wisdom, but it is a +8 dagger with permanent haste that gives +10 to hide and move silently and is usable only by assassin. That's getting sold. Gotta remember to put the right helmet back on again. That is getting sold, but I think it was a pretty good find. It's a +8 dagger with some extra modifiers. That's gonna be pretty valuable. Rest up again, because I am down 40 some hit points, missing almost a third of my HP. Maybe I should just use some of all the med kits I have. Not med kit, healers kits. Can't do that while resting. Oh well. Being kind of slow and methodic here. Where are my party members? There we are. Where are they coming? Fuck your web. Get the fuck out of here with that. Drider Cleric. This is going to be an ambush. No way it's just going to be one Drider Cleric. Okay, it wasn't. There was also one regular Drider. That was still way less than I was expecting. Is this going to be trapped? No? No, just a little bit of treasure. Right, I'll happily take that. Valen, you wanna join me over here? Oh, you wanted to go the other way. And teleport then. Okay. Whatever works for you, man. Strider Wizard, you need to die fast. Fucking spellcasters. We hate spellcasters. I am on team always stab spellcasters. At least when I'm not playing a spellcaster myself. Have we here? Bigger room, Drider. Oh, that's a full room. Drider. As long as it's just regular Driders, I'm not too worried. We're doing a little damage with my bows, but not that much. And all of my party have really good AC.
You cannot win this fight!
So much yelling. I really don't think Nathira is being very effective. It seems like she starts every encounter by turning invisible and then maybe casting one magic missile and then she does nothing. Kind of a disappointment. Oh, another potion of buckskin. It's a decent find. And I could probably talk to her about her tactics and do something to alleviate it, but I don't know. Seems more trouble than it's worth, doesn't it? Down here, see about resting up, and then we check out the eastern section. And then we do the throne room last. I am guessing the throne room is going to have some big bad encounter. Maybe another Drider Chief. How are we doing for XP? We are actually making decent progress. We need like another 5,000 to hit the next level, which will be level 19. Another rogue level. Anything gonna pop down from on high in this room? Doesn't seem like it, no? Alright. Potion of Aid, Invisibility, Barkskin, that was a decent find. Another Drider in the storeroom. Find that down fairly quickly. Nothing in here? Absolutely nothing. Alright. Alright, party members. Squad up on me. Tried a cleric. Good flame hands. I'm gonna dive on the cleric. Let you guys handle the regular Driders. Is the game really loud for you guys, by the way? I feel like it's louder than usual with these fucking Drider songs. Like, do I need to lower the game audio a little bit? Thing of value. Just some asshole Driders that needed to die, and that was it. Alright. Enemies nearby. You can hear me fine over it? Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Gabriel Espan Vala. That's quite the name. Welcome to the stream. I like that name. Ask just as I was in combat in my game. Could not tell what was you and what was streaming. Fair enough, Sahel. What are you playing? Path of Exile? World of Warcraft. Gotcha. Need to deal with the wizard first. Path of Exile's not till Friday. That's when the new league drops, eh? Yeah, I suppose if a new league is about to drop, there wouldn't be much point in playing it until it drops. Makes sense. Any loot? Can we rest up? Did everything pre-league you have to do yesterday? Let's have a look at the throne room. Oh? What do we have here? Is it the person actually behind this whole calamity? Give characters dash tab, delete the character. Yeah, all the basic maintenance stuff.
A jester without an audience? Does nothing in this town make sense?
A single winged elf shuffles forward to greet you. His wings are stunted and his body shrunken and bent. He wears the colorful and badly stained outfit of a jester. However, though dressed like a capering buffoon, his face lacks the slack-jawed expression one would expect in a monarch's fool, and his eyes seem to have an endless depth to them.
I was wondering when you were going to arrive. No doubt you found our town strange and confusing. Now that you're here, I hope I can clear everything up for you.
I think I know what's going on in this town. You may have figured it out, but there may be some details you are not yet sure of. I understand how incomplete knowledge can be dangerous. It is important you have all the facts. My name is Elicid. I used to be a simple-minded man who danced to amuse Queen Shaori, but I have become all-knowing and all-wise ever since we were pulled through the mirror. Go on. When our city was up in the Lost Peaks, Queen Shaori possessed a magical mirror. With it, she could keep watch on those with great power. She could see what they were doing and planning. Shaori used the mirror to keep our kingdom safe, to make sure nobody could ever move against us without our knowledge. She never realized the dangers the mirror possessed. So basically she was spying on people. The mirror took hold of Shaori's mind, part of its curse. She wanted to spy on everyone, including the Archmage Halasta. Halasta sensed her spell of scrying, and he attacked with a powerful countermagic. We've seen firsthand what happens to people who end up on the Mad Wizard's bad side. He turned the mirror against us. Our city, the castle, the temple, the library, was wrenched through the mirror, ripped from our mountain perch, and cast down here into darkness. Everybody pulled through the mirror was twisted into an opposite of their true self. Queen abandoned her throne, the fool became all-knowing, the mirror itself shattered, trapping us here. So what happens if the mirror is fixed? If the mirror is repaired, everything will revert back to normal. We will be transported back to the Lost Peaks, Shaori will reclaim her throne, and all will be as it should be. I have the mirror frame, but I cannot leave this throne room to gather the pieces. Before, it was forbidden for me to be in here unless Shaori was with me. Now I cannot leave unless she is here. I need someone to bring me the 5 missing pieces of the mirror so I can repair it. If you do this, Lyramenthan, I will give you the mirror. It could be a valuable tool against the Valsharess. Where can I find the mirror pieces? There are 5 pieces missing from the mirror, but the curse hides their location from me. Still, I understand how the magic works, and I know where they are most likely to be. The buildings here probably each have one, the temple, the library, and the wizard's tower. I also believe Queen Shaori has one, and I would guess the merchant has the last. Alright. Tell me more about the temple. Located on the west edge of town, it was once a shrine to Edrifania, goddess of air and birds. The priest, Jesus Christ, these names. Lomilithra was a man devoted to healing others and easing their pain. Ooh. If he's become the opposite, that does not sound pleasant. Now he has become a sadistic follower of Talona, mistress of poison and pestilence. He is very dangerous and completely evil. Be careful in all your dealings with him. Tell me more about the library. The library is to the east of town. Before all this, the librarian herself was said to be the most beautiful of Ariel in the entire kingdom. She lived there with her devoted husband. Except for the palace, the library was hardest hit by the curse. Now it is blocked from my all-seeing vision. I shudder to think what horrors have been unleashed on that place. The librarian and her husband were once good people, but I fear some terrible transformation may have fallen upon them. Curse of the mirror can be a truly terrible thing. Tell me about the wizard tower. The tower is located on the north end of town and was once the dwelling of the mage Peter. Hey, Peter! But although he has left the tower, it is still a place of dangerous traps and creatures. Tell me about your queen. Queen Shaori was a kind and devoted monarch. She cared more for her people and her kingdom than she did for her own well-being. Of course, all that has changed. She has been transformed into a reclusive hermit who cares nothing for the plight of her people. She now lives in a cave to the southeast of town, past the library. Tell me more about the merchant. The merchant was a greedy but very shrewd businessman. He was by far the wealthiest of all of Ariel, which is why I believe one of the shards would end up in his possession. But since the curse, he has abandoned his shop and given away most of his inventory. I can only hope he still has the mirror shard, or at least knows where it is. Alright, I want to ask you about something else. I can probably answer any question you might have, though I would like to see you stay focused on finding the missing pieces of the mirror. How come there are no Driders in here? The fool smiles. The spells that kept the queen from harm now keep me from harm. I don't think the Driders enjoy doing battle against an enemy they cannot defeat. Of course, the same spell that protects me also binds me here. I cannot leave this place. What was once an enchantment to protect is now twisted into an inescapable trap. If the mirror gets fixed, won't you go back to being a fool? He gives you a rueful smile. You are right, of course. But what is the fate of one against an entire kingdom? I am wise enough to see my own unimportance. Besides, if the spell is reversed, I will once again be simple-minded. I won't even remember what I have lost. At least that is my hope in any case. It is a sacrifice that has to be made. I have a mirror shard. A single shard is useless to me. As part of the curse, I can only accept 5 of the missing pieces at once if I am to repair the mirror. I told the same thing to Sabal. Sabal, what do you mean? Surely you know who I'm talking about, Lara. The drow who ambushed you when you first came here were led by Sabal, one of the Red Sisters who serves the Valsharess. Ithira nods. I've run into Sabal before. I should have recognized her sooner. No, that's not true, because we know how the Eldritch drive people insane. Yeah, I think he might be driven insane by, like, vague, fleeting glimpses of memory of being super wise and all-knowing, and then when he returns to normal, his simple mind can't truly hold that, and I think that'll drive him insane. She wants to bring the mirror to her mistress, to use it against the seer. I have made her the same offer I am making you. If he brings me the missing pieces, I will give her the mirror. Well, what if Sabal has some of the pieces and I have the others? If you each recover some of the pieces, we will decide who shall be given the mirror once you both return here to me. As wise as I now am, I should be able to come up with a fair solution. Sounds like you're playing Sabal and I against each other. Of course I am. You are both in competition for the same thing. I have to use that to my advantage. He gives you a sly smile. I'd be a fool not to. Alright, well, I'll be back after I have all 5 pieces of the mirror. Goodbye, Lyra. Come speak to me if you need any help on your quest to find the missing shards. Okay. So we have 2. Mage's Tower is another one. Temple is another one, and then we have to figure out how to get the 1 shard Sabal has. Or maybe just submit to the Fool's Adjudication. One or the other. So I think we're gonna go south to the temple first. See if we get ambushed by Sabal again. Horde riders. Man, this Drider infestation is really bad.
I always get my way.
Get me the shard. If I can. I mean, I've fought her twice now. 3 times actually. And every fight she casts time stop and then teleports away. So I am not sure I am able to just murder hobo her and grab the shard. But I also think that's scripted. So I think maybe at some point we will come to an encounter where she won't do that, and then I'll finally get to kill her. And I suspect it'll happen in the throne room. The combat does sound a bit loud. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll turn it down a little bit. Sound options. This down like so. Okay. Let's see what we're doing here.
Hello there.
Suddenly feel weak and nauseous as your body is gripped by a raging fever. Reese studies you with a calculating eye, as if analyzing the strange affliction that has come over you. You have been touched by Talona, my child. No doubt you can feel the fever raging inside you. The goddess of disease and poison has laid her hands on you. What are you talking about? My name is Lumilithar. Lumilithra the Rotting. Once I served Edrifania, the Winged Lady. Now I bow to the Mistress of Poison. As you can see, I have converted this temple to honor my new patron. Talona has chosen you for trial. She's infected you with her burning essence, and the only way to be free of the sickness is to prove yourself worthy. Alright, how do I do that? Priest gets a twisted, sadistic smile on his face. You must prove yourself in combat. If you're strong enough to survive battle while infected, then you are worthy of life. And if I win the challenge, you'll heal me? If you survive the challenge, the sickness will be lifted from you. The fights are not difficult normally, but they become much harder while disease ravages your body. Few survive the trial, but you are very strong. You may surprise me. I'm looking forward to watching you in the arena. This is just a sadistic game to you, isn't it? You have little choice. If you do not fight, the illness will destroy you. But I sense your reluctance, and I want you to be fully committed to the battles, so I offer you something more. If you survive, I will also give you this magical mirror shard. By itself, it's not worth much, but if you can find the other pieces, you can combine them into a powerful artifact. Alright. Behind me is the trial arena. Pull one of the chains, and you will be transported into the arena. Each chain summons a different minion of Talona for you to battle against. You survive the combat, you'll have proven yourself worthy of life. Then you can return to me to claim your promised reward. I'll wait here for you to complete the challenge. See how bad it is. Honestly, could be worse. What does the first chain give me? Ghoul Ravager. Priest has a sly smile on his face as you approach. I see now why Talona chose to test you. You are very strong. Even racked with illness, you have completed this stage of the trial. This stage of the trial, you fucker. But your journey has only just begun. You must enter the trial arena yet again, and the disease that racks you now will get progressively worse as you go through each stage. Alright, I'm ready. Remember, the sickness in your veins will grow progressively worse. As before, pull one of the chains when you are ready to enter the arena. What if I just keep pulling chain 1? Will it just be the same enemy? Okay. It's my AC. It's still 21. Priest has a sly smile. How many stages are there? Priest considers his answer carefully. It depends on the strength of the individual. Must be pushed to your very limits before you can prove yourself. We're sick of your games, Priest. Quit stalling and answer Lyra's question. You are very powerful. For you there will be several stages. 5, I think, though I cannot say for sure. Not that you have a choice if you wish to be free of this affliction. Alright. I honestly think it might be better to just kill him, but we're gonna try it this way.
I hope you like pain.
I'm starting to have trouble hitting. It's actually a pretty bad opponent matchup. I'm just realizing I'm pretty good at critting and this is an undead. I should probably have picked something else. Alright, let's use one of the healer's kits on myself. Really? Just right back to that? You fucker. I don't expect you to survive this far. Fever that grips you is enough to kill most. You've survived both fever and battle. I'm interested to see how much farther you'll get. Alright. I honestly think I'm being tricked. I think this is just going to go on until I lose. I think I have to kill the priest. But we'll see. Disease. Let me fight something else this time. Ooh, a dire spider, that's much better. Or maybe it isn't, because this thing is just wrecking me. Yeah, this time we're gonna try just killing him.
Hello there.
Again, look at her. She's just standing there doing nothing. There we go. Color's belt. Antidote. Immunity to fear, immunity to knockdown, 10 spell resistance, plus 2 dex. Investments of faith. Resist, plus 5, 5 damage. Good only, not bad. And an unidentified quarterstaff. Okay, so first of all, we're going to take that.
I simply can't carry all of this.
I'm going to equip that. Have a look at this again. Staff of Ascension. Plus 1 AC. Extra druid spell slots. Well, he was a cleric. But this is a druid item. Weird. Investments of faith. Good only. You're good, aren't you? You're chaotic good. Here. Have this. That should actually be really helpful for him. I am overloaded. You know what? Valen, you're gonna mule for me, because you have a lot of strength, so you can carry a lot of stuff. Striding, so that's plus 4 con. Boots of tumbling, that's just plus 12 tumble, fuck that. Have dragon slivers instead, plus 2 dex, yeah, definitely better. Brawler's belt, resist 5 to bludgeoning. That's not gonna help anyone, we're just gonna sell that. Along with the greater boots of tumbling. Greater boots of tumbler. Light crossbow, that's getting sold as well. Plus 6. These ones. This one. There we go. Poison bolts getting sold as well. These daggers are getting sold. I still have a couple of rods. I definitely don't need them for anything anymore. Alright, these wands. Just clearing up a little carry weight here. Do these weigh anything? No. Alright. Potion bag. Couple of potions of invisibility. Couple of potions of aid. Potions of bark skin. Worse than nothing, XP leeching. Yeah, kinda. She casts the odd spell now and again, but I am not super happy with her performance. I'm almost kinda sad that I couldn't solve this in a more peaceful manner. Oh well. We got the shard, which brings us to 3 shards. Time to go do the Wizard's Tower. I think a short sword would be really interesting for you. It's only a +1 though, is the thing. I have considered it, but it's only a +1. And it is really cool that it has permanent haste, but I can cast haste twice a day from my helmet anyway. And I have a +3 short sword for my offhand. I mean, I could consider, you know what, just for good measure, I'm gonna take this +4 dagger. Put that in her inventory in case I decide to steal her short sword. Going this way. One damage. Yo, nice hit. These guys cleaned up as well. What are we looking at here? It's a pretty straight shot. So I am surprised that Sabal didn't ambush me at the temple. I am still kind of expecting her to ambush me again at the Wizard's Tower.
The creatures of the Underdark can strike without warning, as can I.
Well, I wish you'd strike without warning a little more often. Peter Trinkhold. Oh, that's the wizard? I thought he'd abandoned his tower. Interesting.
Hello there.
The winged elf wears the clothing of a wizard, though what a wizard would be doing simply standing in the street is anyone's guess. Gives you a warm smile and a welcoming wave. Hello there! We don't get many visitors over here by the tower. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Peter Trinkhold, a renowned Archmage, or should I say, former Archmage. I'm Lyra Menthan, pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you, Lyra Menthan. I'm not sure what you're doing here, but if you're thinking of going into this tower behind me, I'd strongly advise against it. I'm looking for pieces of a broken mirror. Ah yes, the mirror shard. Shortly after we arrived here in the Underdark, and I promise I know nothing about how that happened, I found a single piece of glass out here in the street. I could see that it had magical properties, but I've given up the arcane, so I have little use for such trinkets. I gave the mirror shard to my apprentice. He's become quite interested in such things recently. Tell me about your apprentice. The ex-wizard sighs. He used to be such a good boy, obedient, respectful of others. I must confess I never appreciated him for what he was, but now he's changed. When I gave up the magician's life, he embraced it. Strange lights and colored smoke pour out of the tower from time to time, so I know he's trying bizarre and dangerous experiments. I can't understand what happened to him. He just became obsessed with magic. Maybe it had something to do with that broken piece of the magic mirror I gave him. Why did you give up on magic? I used to be obsessed with the power of magic. I burned with the desire to master the arcane arts. Nothing else mattered to me. I abandoned my fellow Avariel and locked myself away in this tower. But when our town was moved from the Lost Peaks into these underground caverns, something I had nothing to do with, I assure you, I had a revelation. What use is the most powerful spell if you are locked away for years to perfect it? I'd rather be a simple man with friends and a life than a powerful wizard in self-imposed exile. Unfortunately, my apprentice didn't see things my way. He decided to devote himself to the life I'd left behind, and he locked himself away in the tower. Well, I am going in. Oh yes, of course, you have things to do, I'm sure. Well, off you go then. Alright, no Sabal ambush. What are we dealing with here? Rock.
There are likely many magical traps ahead and summoned guardians. The guardians, at least, I can deal with.
Alright.
I will not light
Demons.
You're dead.
Go away.
light shall never fade!
This cleric. Alright, that was exciting. Not too rough. Valen, you are diseased. And I am missing 5 HP. Let's see what we can do about that. So 5 HP. See, this is where I wish I had a potion of cure light or moderate wounds. Guess I will just accept the 5 HP. Cure the disease off Valen. Save and continue. Where are we? We're here. It's up. We're going to... Ooh, also up. Okay. Well, let's check floor by floor rather than rushing up. Another rock. And it's summoning a succubus. But that succubus should unsummon if we get rid of the rock. There we go. Nothing else in here? Nothing in any of these boxes. Alright. Save and let's see. Another storeroom? Or bedroom perhaps? Another storeroom containing a hellhound. Containing 2 hellhounds, my bad. Well, that was a lot of nasty fire breath, but guess who is wearing dragon armor? That gives her a 20 resist to fire. That should be all enemies on this level, which means I should be able to do this. Save and up we go. Fucking Baelor.
I always get my way.
Near death? No way. I remember 3.5 Baelors being way stronger than that. I mean, I did like 80 or 90 damage to him, but I remember Baelors having way more HP than that. That definitely felt like a nerfed Baelor. To me. To me. To me. Not that I'm complaining, mind. But, just expressing surprise. I was kind of shitting myself a little bit when I saw a Baelor up here. And a big part of that is because I expected it to have like, I don't know, 300 hit points. Ooh, cure moderate wounds. Wand of Fear for selling, Potion of Lore. All in all, happy with that. You go here. You go here. And which one first? I think this one. All right. Ooh, that was a big room. Lots of stuff. Baelor Lord. Oh no.
Into the flames we leap.
We're gonna lure them a little bit through the door. There we go, so we can more efficiently gang up on them. Yeah, this is more the kind of resilience I was expecting from a Baelor. Ow, it hits pretty hard. Will you die? No, I died. No, I didn't! Oh, so close. I just managed to survive. Whew! I am going to use a healing kit on myself. Just one of the small ones. Get some hit points back. Yeah, that's enough.
I'll put you in your place.
Just to deal with this rock. Ooh, that scared me. That scared me. What did the Baelor Lord have? Talisman of Pure Evil. +3 to Charisma, +3 to Wisdom, 12 spell resistance, but only if you're evil. In other words, it's getting sold. Alright, save and let's level up. We are grabbing another rogue level. Even though level 14 isn't the most exciting rogue level. Skill points. Alright, so of course, heal and lore get maxed. Max open lock and disable trap as well. And persuade gives me 3 points remaining to work with. 1 point into search and 2 points into appraise. There we go. Uncanny dodge level 4. There we go. I don't want to step in here just yet. I want to rest up first. Can't risk whether there are enemies nearby. What if I go all the way up here? There we go. Oh, I forgot he's diseased. Well, if he doesn't save against it, I'm just going to use another healer's kit to cure it. No, he saved. He failed. Alright. Well, we can't have him walking around coughing all over the place. So there we are. Now, let's see about this room. Oh, there are still enemies in here. Nope. That was just a trick of the light. I thought I saw something move here, but I think it was just something coming in and out. So that was a summon room where apparently a Balor Lord has been summoned, but other than that, nothing of significance. Which means this will probably lead up to the next level, right? Well, if that leads up to the next level, I want to check over here before going up. I was expecting this to be like a room that connected both of these doors and had stairs up. What do we have here? Just a room with a succubus.
Into the flames we leap.
Well, get sucked off. Alright, I don't know. How many levels do we think, how many floors do we think this tower has? I think this next floor is going to be the final floor. That is my guess. That is my estimate. Level 3 is going to be the final floor. Oh, we have Slotty. Slotty-da. Oh, grey slot, death slot. Lots of green slots. This is kind of rough. Green slot cast time stop. I didn't know they could do that. Dive on the death slot. Leave my party to take care of the others. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, I'm dead. Yikes. Okay, leave the death slot. Focus on the other slots.
You cannot win.
I no longer have the Rod of Resurrection? Wait, I do. It's just in this, yeah. I take damage every time I hit it. I hate enemies like that. Thank you, Valen. What an unpleasant enemy. And all he drops is a shitty slot tongue, you fucker? All of these guys, it's just gonna be one single slot tongue. Nothing worth my time, nothing worth my while. I am insulted. I deserve to get paid for my efforts. back up. Anything else in this room? Yes, a chest. Glad I double checked. What's in the chest? A couple of potions of bless, a potion of invisibility. Nice. I will say, if I had the choice, not that these two companions are bad, but if I had the choice, I would go back to the cleric and the barbarian that I had in Undermountain. It's like a prison or something? Zombies. Gotta be more to it than that. Well, that's a lot of zombies. Is it just endlessly spawning zombies? Why are each of these worth 28 experience points? At this level, a regular zombie should not be worth that much. At least I don't think so. I mean, obviously I'm wrong. It just seems weird. Seems weird that they would be worth that much. That's all it was. Just a big room to slaughter some zombies. Alright, well... let's keep going. Check this room, I think, next. Whoa! Couple of green slot. I am worried that this is some kind of trap. No? That really surprises me. Did she polymorphed one of the slots into a chicken? Oh my god. Okay, never mind. I am done bitching about her not being helpful. That was amazing. I hope she does that more. Whoa! That's trapped. Let's take the other door first. Jensel, the apprentice. Will you speak with me? Nope. It's just straight to combat. Alright. Oh, it's one of those fights. Okay.
I greet you in the name of Mistra.
The apprentice throws up his hands in gesture of surrender. I surrender! I surrender! Please, don't hurt me! Don't worry. I don't kill those who surrender to me. Relief floods the apprentice's young face. You are truly merciful. I don't know how to thank you for sparing my life. Oh wait, I know. Here, take this. It's a shard from a magic mirror. Very powerful, although I haven't been quite able to figure out what it does. But you can have it in exchange for my life. Well, I want to ask you some questions. Of course, sure, anything. I'll tell you everything I know. Who are you? I am Jensel, former apprentice to Peter the Magnificent. This tower is actually his. I kind of inherited it when he decided he didn't want to be a wizard anymore. Jansel shakes his head. I don't know why Petter gave all this up. Very strange, but he just decided he didn't want to be a wizard anymore. I don't know what came over him. I figured there was no sense in letting all his laboratories and research go to waste, so I took up the wizard's mantle and began my own experiments into magic. Right, well, good luck with that. Prentice looks relieved. Oh, okay. Then I'll return to my experiments and studies. Goodbye, and thank you once again for sparing my life. Yeah, well, I am still gonna plunder your chest. Potion of Bless. Potion of Cat's Grace, which isn't going to come up that often, but that's still potentially 1 or 2 more points to hit. Even if it won't apply to my AC. Right, let's deal with this. Oh, no, no. Oh, fuck. I pressed the wrong thing. Meant to do this. That was a complete brain fart. I literally just clicked the wrong thing on the radial menu. Ooh, I wonder if any of these chests are trapped. Get that. What does potions of iron guts do? Cast iron guts tinglish. I think that's just like gives me extra save versus poison or something. One of lesser summoning. Time stop. Gloves of the Him Fist +7. I mean, that's just getting sold, but that is a really good find. Have we here? Boots of Reflexes +6. Nice, nice. Diamonds, some holy water, potion of cure critical wounds. Scrolls, another diamond, some gold. Antidote goes here. Potion of heal goes here. Potion of Fox's Cunning doesn't go in the bag because those are just getting sold. Cure critical wound goes here. Lesser restoration goes here. Endurance goes here. That's also going to be helpful. Iron guts, again, just getting sold. Boots of Reflexes +6. No, those are just getting sold. They're really good, but everyone in my party I feel has better, so. Alright, now we have 4 of the 5 mirror pieces. And the last mirror piece is in the possession of Jabal, whom I don't know how to get to, which means we are going back to speak to the Jester. And what I think is going to happen is, at the Jester, he is going to rule in favor of us because we have more mirror pieces, and then Jabal is going to attack us, and then we're going to kill her. That is what I think is going to happen now. But I do completely accept that I could be completely, utterly wrong. That's just the direction I feel the wind blowing. Do I still have that compass thing? Oh, and now it does something different. Find traps, 3 uses a day. Interesting. I don't need that. So that's probably getting sold. I keep saving every time I walk a little bit, cause I never know when those fucking drow will just pop out of nowhere to ambush me. Oh, what lovely gross sounds you make. Oh, don't go in yet. Just save and then go in. Fuck it. I knew she'd be here now. I knew it. Can I talk directly to her?
Talk to the fool. He'll explain what's going on.
Alright.
Between you and Sabal, we now have all the missing pieces of the mirror. At last, this terrible curse of the Avarial will be lifted.
We will settle this with battle, Lyra. The Red Sisters will taste your blood. Make the first move, Sabal. You won't be the first Red Sister to fall beneath my blade. When I deliver the mirror to my mistress, I'll be sure to tell her of your death, Nethira. She will take extra pleasure in knowing you are no more. The fool holds up a hand to quell Sabal's attack. The spell immunity in this room will make killing each other impossible, though if you are both set on battle, I can lift its effects. Isn't there some other way to settle this? Sabal snarls at you. You are nothing but a coward! There's only one way you'll ever get any of the mirror shards from me. Over my dead body. The fool sighs. It seems a battle is inevitable, but before I lift the spell of protection from you both, there is something you should know. The pillars in this room have powerful magical properties you can use against your enemy. You can use the shards you have recovered to unlock these properties. Whichever one of you has more pieces of the mirror will be able to use more of the pillars to aid you during the battle. Alright, let's fight. Wait! I need more time. I need reinforcements. We have to prepare. What's the matter, Sabal? Are you just realizing now that you're in over your head? I'm sorry, but in life we rarely get to pick the time and place of our confrontations. The battle begins now. Oh, and suddenly she does have...
will unleash the pillar's magic to destroy.
I'll see you cut asunder.
Sure, just don't do the thing I told you to do. There we go.
I will walk away. I'll see you. You'll see you cut asunder.
Okay, seems like these pillars do basically nothing. What a waste of my time. Oh, this is going to be a redo. Yeah, this is going to be a redo. Load, quick save. I'm just going to check something. I'm going to check how these pillars are supposed to work. Alright, I don't know. I'm just gonna try the fight normally again. But this time I am going to save here. Save some
Between
walking.
you and Sabal, we now have...
Stand in that. I am gonna activate this pillar, however. The pillars do nothing! What is this bullshit?
I hope you like pain.
I'm gonna try and deal with some of these assholes.
I'll see you cut asunder.
Fury.
Only I will walk away.
This is so expensive. I sure do love spending 10,000 gold on healing supplies to get through every fight. These red sisters are just completely wrecking me.
Only I will walk away. I'll see you cut asunder. I hope you like. I'll see you cut asunder.
Into the flames we leap.
Perish, fool!
Into the flames we leap.
I swear to God, if this was turn-based and I can actually control my party, this would be so much easier. You. I am almost entirely sure that that was a deficit. I'm almost entirely sure I spent more on that fight than I made. Oh, nice. Very nice. Let's see about that flail we have here. Still unidentified. It's a ball's flail. Light flail does 2d6 bonus fire damage. It's a +5. And you can cast Flame Lash 3 times a day. That is a really cool magic item. Unfortunately, nobody in my party is a light flail user, so that is getting sold. Level drained, constitution decreased. Guess use that. Come back. Level drain. I think that passes on its own. Hopefully. Otherwise I just lost 2 rogue levels. That would fucking suck.
I hope once Sheori is restored, she leaves the blood here in the throne room to remind her people of the folly of war.
Shakes his head. But such concerns are not mine. Once I restore the mirror, I will again be nothing more than a dancing fool. So what happens now? Now that the shards have all been collected here in the throne room, I can begin the incantation to repair the mirror. Thank you, Lyra Menthin. The Averial are forever in debt to you.
I bid you greetings.
Jari stands before you in all her royal glory, the Averial Queen restored to her former grandeur. At her side is the Fool, a vacant smile on his face. She gives you a warm smile.
I must thank you for what you have done. You've restored the mirror and broken the spell that bound us here. My city has been returned to its rightful place among the mountains of the Lost Peaks.
The changes in your manner is remarkable, Your Highness. I must admit, it was hard to imagine you as a queen before. The Queen nods. The power of the mirror is not to be taken lightly. You have seen the changes it wrought in me and my kingdom. Soon I must go there to join my people as well. It isn't safe for me here anymore. The spell that protected me from harm once again only functions in the throne room of my castle. But first I wanted to see that you were safe and to speak with you one last time so that you might know the foul hermit you met before was not my true nature. So what about the Fool? What happens to him now? She looks over at the Fool, giggling and drooling on the floor. Her eyes are filled with pity. The Fool is, as he once was, a simple mind, incapable of all but the basest of thoughts. You will never understand the gratitude we all feel towards him. Good food, a comfortable bed, these are the only things he will appreciate now. I will make sure he has only the best. I suppose you're right, she nods. What are the needs of one man balanced against the needs of an entire kingdom? He made a great sacrifice, but he knew there was no other choice. So is there some reward for helping you? You already have the Shattered Mirror, a truly powerful artifact, though I would warn you to use it carefully. I would have thought this would be enough. I'll be going now. Farewell, kind stranger. We Averial are not usually trusting of outsiders, but you will always be welcome should you ever come to our home in the Lost Peaks. I have heard tales of the Lost Peaks. They say it is a place of great wonders and great danger, though I suppose we would be safe enough in your halls, Your Highness. Nathira gets a far-off look in her eye. Perhaps when this is all over, we will accept your offer. I would love to see the mountains. As soon as you leave this cave, I will return to my people. Once again, you have my thanks. Right, we got the magic mirror. Mirror of all seeing. Cast Clairvoyance 5 times a day. Cast Ethereal Visage once a day. Feeble Mind twice a day. See Invisibility 5 times a day. True Seeing twice a day. Really good. It really annoyed me that that fight was supposed to have some kind of gimmick mechanic that didn't work.
Might we speak?
Certainly, Valen. Would you like? He regards you with his intense blue eyes. His gaze seems to bore into you as he considers his words. I wish to know, what makes you so special? What do you mean? I speak, of course, of the fact that you have replaced me as the leader of our forces. I have kept us alive for months, and suddenly you appear, he makes a slash with his hand, and it's over. Do you see any forces? What am I in charge of? You may not be directing them at this moment, but when the time comes, I'm certain that the Seer intends to put the lives of our forces in your hands, he frowns. That is what I worry about. It's a little dramatic, isn't it? His voice is dry. According to everything I've been told, being dramatic is one of my specialties. He maintains a serious face for a few moments longer before finally sighing and rolling his eyes. Very well, you're probably correct. I'm making too much of this. I would still like to know your thoughts. Well, I didn't ask to be put in charge. That is true, but you are in charge now. Does that mean nothing to you? It is a duty I shall see through to the end, I promise you. He studies you thoughtfully. I am glad to hear that, if a little surprised. You barely know us, and you've no reason to accept such a duty gladly. Valen is silent for a long minute, seemingly troubled by his thoughts. The Seer believes what she believes. Her goddess leads, and she follows without question, and this has been enough so far. You don't believe in her visions? I believe that the Seer has visions. I believe it may even be that her goddess sends them. I am a being of the plains, however, and I ascribe no infallibility to gods and goddesses. The Seer believes that you would lead us to victory, but nothing is said of what such a victory might cost us. He looks at you pointedly once more. Some costs, I think, are too high. Meaning what? Meaning that the Seer assumes you are here to help us. I make no such assumption. His stare is intense. I have led these people through every danger so far and kept the Seer safe throughout. I won't see them betrayed. I admire your dedication. Thank you. His stance does not soften. But that is why I must have an answer on this. What do you want from me? My word I won't betray you? He regards you with an arched brow. Would you give it? Yes. He stops and considers for a short while, his eyes watching you with a burning intensity. Finally he continues. I'm not asking you to give your word. Too much has been asked of you already. I said I would help you, and I intend to do so faithfully, he says with renewed steel. But I intend to watch you as well. I don't trust you. It's as simple as that. He nods to the path ahead. Don't let me delay us any longer. Let's move on.
And so the settlement has returned whence it came. Hopefully its people will find peace, now that their ordeal is over.
Welcome.
Do you seek passage across the dark river? There is no other who can guide you safely. Those who try have all drowned, and their bones have since been swept away. Yes, take me back to the Seer's camp.
It seems your information is proving worthwhile after all, dread Mephistopheles. The one you warned me of is reported to be within the Underdark now, working alongside the ragtag rebels who yet dare to oppose me.
All is as I said it would be, Matron Mother.
You shall call me Valsharess. I have summoned and bound you, Mephistopheles, and you will bend to my will as you must.
Of course, great Valsharess. What is your desire?
I desire to know how this surfacer arrived in the Underdark so quickly. I desire to know exactly where this surfacer is. And most of all, I desire this surfacer dead.
The one you seek is beyond my sight, great Valsharess.
Beyond your power, Mephistopheles? I would like to know how that is. Continue to search for the surfacer. I will find her. And when I do, both she and every last one of those wretched rebels will pay.
I don't think her voice acting is great. It's not terrible, but I don't know. Feels a little rough. Alright, let's see what the economic situation is. I have a lot to sell, and then I have some new healing supplies to buy. Because if that fight was anything to go by, I will need more healing supplies going forward.
Greetings.
See your inventory, and let me see Palin's as well. So those. I'm considering. I think I'm gonna leave the yeah. I'm gonna leave the +3 bow on him just so he has some kind of ranged attack. I think that would be beneficial. Don't want to sell anything in these. Ring of major electrical resistance. I think I already get electrical resistance from my... wait, that gives fire resist? I will give electrical resist to this guy then. I'm keeping that. Sell this, sell this, sell this. +10, that won't fit. So this. So this. That, keep that. Heal, so that. +5 strength. Wait, will that actually work? Hold on. I thought he had something else that increased his strength, but I guess not. But yeah, that's a steal. That's a huge upgrade. Sticking with that. This flail getting sold. Keep the holy water, I think, just in case. What does this potion do? Death armor. I think I should keep that. Speed, keep that. Gloves of the Hin Fist. Reflexes. Couple of Diamantes. Right, so that leaves me at 150,000. But then I have to buy some healing supplies. I want at least 3 potions of heal. I have 5. Take that out. Get another 9 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 20 of those. Okay, that was around 11,000 spent on healing supplies. That was actually not as bad as I thought. Get a few of these. I have 5 barkskin. Cat's Grace. Let's get some more Cat's Grace. And Splendor, Clarity. Honestly, some more potions of lore, since I do seem to need those occasionally. I wish I could get more potions of barkskin, but he doesn't seem to have those, unfortunately. Let's go look at the supplies of blacksmith. That was this way. Resolvia, what a fucking name. See your inventory. He doesn't have any scrolls and potions at all. Ashes, Ring of Strength, +3 strength. That would only be +1 to hit and +1 damage. That's still pretty good, but you know what I'm gonna do? I just figured out what I'm gonna do. I am gonna take Nethira's short sword. He doesn't need it. And I'm gonna see what it costs to get some more pluses on this. 50,000 a pop. So I will boost that twice. And now that's also a +3. Then it's going to be +4 Breath of the Maiden, +3 Short Sword of Quickness, and then this Short Sword +3... is not as good as a dagger +4, so that is getting sold.
Well met.
For 9,000 gold. Nice. Then I'm gonna spend that buying these gloves of ogre power. See if this works, otherwise I just wasted some money. Does. That is cheaper than Nasher's Ring of Strength, which he doesn't have a slot for anyway. So now he is at a respectable strength 26. He is an absolute beast. Dealing 1d10 plus 17 damage. Or 1d10 plus 19 if he's attacking outsiders. With a 30% chance to threaten a crit on every attack for triple damage. With his 4 attacks per turn, starting at plus 32 to hit. What an absolute fucking beast. Alright, let's go talk to the seer. See what she says about the relic we just... Weapon Masters go brr. Yes, indeed. Look at these pathetic Illustrae scum. I have no idea why Matron Myrune has thrown in a lot in with them. Just ignore them. Illustrae teaches us tolerance and acceptance even in the face of hate. Listen to those cowards. There's no way an army full of their type will ever stop the Val'Sharez. I say we teach these worms a lesson. Athera steps forward, her eyes flashing dangerously. Tread carefully, Jaluk. The followers of Illustrae avoid violence when we can, but we can also fight when pressed. The drow takes an involuntary step back, then quickly composes himself again. Come on, let's go. I've had enough of the Seer's followers for one day.
Yes?
Thank you for helping us. House Mevia insists on provoking fights with us despite our best efforts to avoid them. Had you not stepped in, I'm afraid the situation would have become violent. I'm glad to see you understand the need to remain united against the Val'Sharez. It's good to know the Seer has put her faith in one so wise. I didn't do anything. That was all Nithira. I would have done the same thing. I would have stepped in this case. But... yeah, I can't take credit for that. Alright, Seer?
I trust all goes well. Have you any news to report? Have you made any progress in your efforts to weaken the Val'Sharez and her followers?
Yes, I have gotten hold of an artifact. I should warn you, Lyrith. I know something of this mirror. It is very powerful, but very dangerous. What do you intend to do with it? I don't know. Can you make use of it? I might be able to, though I would have to be extremely careful with such an item. But I could never ask you to turn such a valuable artifact over to me. You can use it, then take it. Maybe it'll help. Sia's eyes go wide in shock. Hey, that gave me 1000 XP. That is very generous of you, Lyra. Thank you. I will try to put it to good advantage. I dare not use it before the coming battle, for I fear to fall victim to its power. But in the days that are to come, it may one day help us find our way to a better life than this. Have you word of anything else? No, that is all for now. There's still much to be done. You have my thanks for your efforts so far. Oh, and I can ask for it back if I need it. Nice. It's a good item, but I would not remember to use it anyway. So I figure I might as well hand it over. How are we doing for XP? Only about 5,000 out again. That is surprisingly closer than I thought. But that is going to be it for today.